Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Bino Waters of Rochester Adams Baseball. How's it going?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me on here.
Doing good. Well, thanks for coming back on here. So,
For sure.
now with the season wrapped up and all that stuff, how was your time at Adams?
It was good. I definitely learned a lot from being on varsity as a freshman all the way up into my senior year. Definitely flew by fast. Like I was at my banquet yesterday, and I felt like yesterday I was at my freshman banquet my freshman year. So time definitely flew, but I learned a lot, so it was a good time.
Yeah. So kind of just like just for full context, remind everybody what position you play and all that.
I'm first base outfield. I'm a lefty lefty. That's pretty much it.
So, um, what position do you like the most, and like where did you really like? It's like, okay, this is what I really want to play.
Well, I was more of a first baseman up until I started running a little better. I definitely cut down my speed a lot, so people have kind of seen me play more outfield. But it kind of varies if a team needs me to play outfield and they already have a first baseman that's an upperclassman, then I have no problem doing that. Or vice versa, if they don't have a first baseman and their outfield's all set with upperclassmen, I can definitely play first base. So I train both so I can keep my options open. That way, I'm more of a asset to the team if I can play both.
Yeah. So, I know this. You played some really good competition with within the division that you have, but what are some of the big highlights of from this season that really kind of stand out to you?
Um, Aside all the good competition, I think winning the league was something special to me because no one in Adams history has ever won the league 3 years in a row. And to say that I was a part of all three of those years is something pretty cool. Um, but on the competition side of things, we played great teams. We played Okemos with Bonham. We played, try to think, Detroit Edison with Marlon Matthews. We played Lake Orion, obviously, with Kale. Played Brother Rice with all those guys who are actually in the state finals today.
Yeah.
So we played all good competition, saw the best of the best, but couldn't get it done in the tournament. But I'd say it was a successful year. So
Yeah. So going into, you know, kind of your journey to within your baseball career has been an interesting one. I mean, I know we talked about this last time you were on here, but really just kind of talk about how you kind of got in so young and getting to experience a lot of those big moments at such a young age.
yeah, I started my travel baseball career at the Rochester Rays. That kind of got my feet wet. Traveling around the state, not really doing much out of state things yet. Because there was competition around us when we were 8, all the way up until I was 11 years old. And then I kind of moved with the hit dogs, and we started traveling around the country. Went to Georgia, went to Alabama, went to Florida, things like that. We were ranked really high when I was 11 and 12, actually like one or two in the nation. So that was fun. And then as we got into 13 and 14-year-old, I kind of um, moved teams because all the kids are older than me. They're all going into high school, so I needed to play when they were in high school. And I went with a Arizona team. That wasn't the best experience, but still got to travel and play baseball, so I wasn't complaining. And then we got into my 16, 17, and now where I'm at today with the Ohio Hit Dogs and Artillery. And obviously, we faced the best of the best last year. We went to the WWBA, the PG Elite National Championship, the ABC tournament in Indiana. Um, and then with Artillery, I went to Jupiter and the high school showdown. So got to play in front of a lot of scouts and play the best of the best competition. So
Yeah. And on the high school scene, you kind of also had a unique journey as well.
yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to be on varsity as a freshman, but it happened, and then made the most out of it with it being that COVID season, that weird time. Um, but then things kind of returned back to normal my sophomore, junior, and senior season. Got to play with a lot of good players. Obviously, I've already mentioned the name Parker Pico, Tate Pico, Buck Snabs, Colton Jones, who are all D1 and D2 players right now. Um, so just learning from them and kind of stepping up as a leader my senior season. Not having anyone older than me was some something special to me.
Yeah. So really kind of have you had time to reflect back on your high school days? And I know we covered this a lot last time, but you come from a really, with with your all your brothers playing, of course, you did get to play with Rhino. What was that like for you, just to kind of come and see the three of you just kind of excel like that you guys have been?
Yeah, it's special because Flip's doing this thing with his Hit Dogs team. Watching him grow. Because when we were in quarantine, I used to train to Flip all the time. Flip was kind of my training guy. We'd hit in the garage and throw outside and things like that, just to make sure we're staying loose and getting better while people are obviously not doing anything because of the quarantine. But playing with Rhino was special. I was hoping would have the chance, and so be it happened this year. And he definitely made the most out of it. He was one of our top pitchers, actually. Hit a few bombs in our district game versus LO. Um, so Rhino definitely took the role that was left behind last year. So it was definitely something cool to experience, and I obviously don't think I'll have another chance to play with my brother. So it's something I'll remember for a while.
Yeah. Um, so now that graduation, all that is done, um, what's the biggest thing that you'll take away from your entire time at Adams?
Yeah. I mean, with graduation being done, we had an all-night party that was pretty cool. I think just spending time with all my buddies, my friends, was something that I'll never forget because that's essentially what high school is all about. Um, Having 6 classes a day, being with all your buddies. Obviously, that doesn't happen anymore because college isn't 6 classes a day, and everyone kind of does their own thing, goes to different colleges. So I think time spent together and the memories I've made are something that I'll never forget.
I think it's well publicized of where you're going next. If you kind of like, I don't know if you can move the camera a little bit to your left. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Um, yeah, of course, we covered it last time. You're heading to Notre Dame to continue your baseball career.
Yeah.
I know we mentioned this last time, but why Notre Dame?
I mean, it was special. Like when I stepped on campus, I knew it was a spot for me. The coach was really welcoming. That was something I was looking for in a coaching staff. Seeing that they really wanted me, seeing that they were driven to become a better program and develop me and turn me into the next kind of player and take the next step that I was hoping to take. So,
Yeah. What was like the best moment from this year?
um, probably winning leagues, like I said earlier. I mean, we trying to think. We beat Rochester. We've kind of put out the way we wanted it to be. We beat Clarkson and then we beat LO in our last game. We actually lost the series to Lake Orion, but we got them back in the district. But we beat LO and we were tied three-way with Rochester, Clarkston, and us. And then we were kind of playing Rochester for that league title. And we lost the first game, so they kind of put the pressure on us early, and then we came back and beat them in two one-run ball games to kind of secure the league title.
Yeah. Um, have and also last thing, what is your summer going to be like? Because it won't be that long until you're in South
Yeah,
Bend.
yeah. I actually leave this Sunday, so we're kind of just getting prepared, packing things up, getting ready to head down there. I go down there for 5 weeks, I think it is, June 16th to July 18th, and then I come home for 3 or 4 weeks, and then head actually back out for the real school season.
It's gonna be fun. Are you yeah. Well, Bino, thank you so much for the time as always, and best of luck in Notre Dame.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.